Yes, it's Jumani, also known as Juby and Watchna, is always Arsenal. 3 points, 3-1 win against West Ham, and we continue to be on top of the English Premier League 40 something days after our last football match. Of course, we all know that it had the World Cup. We had about 11 or 10 players featured in the World Cup, at least on the squad. Not all of them had much playing time, but nevertheless, Arsenal Football Club continues to be on top of the English Premier League. 7 points ahead of Manchester City. And of course, they have a game in hand, but we defeated West Ham 3-1. Started with Tierney playing left back. We had Saliba starting with Gabriel in the centre back position, and Ben White is clearly a right back going forward. We also had Partey and Xhaka in the midfield, along with Odegaard, who is a maestro, a magician. Boy, he is a player. And of course, Saka on one side, Martinelli on the other side, and Eddie Nketiah on top. Now, of course, we started the game and dominated the game. However, West Ham was able to score the first goal courtesy a penalty. Now, the penalty was a penalty. It was a 60-40, but I think it would have been unfair if the referee didn't award West Ham the penalty because Saliba was kind of out of position in a way, and he dive and pelt a tackle that fouled, of course, the West Ham player in the box, and they converted the penalty. Good penalty, but to be very honest, I think the entire Arsenal fan base, I would assume I should say, was not worried because we dominated the game, and with the exception of one of my personal brethren, Nicholas Dick, I don't know why he just gets so worried, but we were dominating, and never once I felt like we wasn't going to come back. And so said, so done. We came back in the second half and we scored. Some may say a lucky goal, but the build-up play was nice. And Odegaard shoot or pass the ball into Saka, who controlled and finished as cool as a cucumber to score 1-all against West Ham. And following that, we also had Martinelli with a beautiful goal. Of course, Saka was also part of that build-up. And to close things off, Eddie Nketiah with a well-deserved goal. And when I say well-deserved, I think he needed a goal to get a little weight off of his shoulder, considering the fact that Gabriel Jesus is out. And we know everyone is asking if Eddie could fill the boots. Of course, he can't fill Gabriel's boots, but he scored, and we completed that game with a masterclass performance in the second half, I must say, in front of Thierry Henry, in front of Arsene Wenger, in front of the fan base who, according to Saka, is a different kind of fan base playing in the Emirates. It's almost like if everyone believes in the team, the vibes from top to bottom. Actually, Josh and Stan were in the stands as well, supporting Arsenal. So, big up Arsenal. I don't have much to describe about the game. It was a masterclass performance. Of course, I assume that we would get another attacker during this January window. But things are working out for us in our favor, and we are starting from the back. The back line, with the exception of the penalty, but the back line is solid, the spine solid, and going forward, we continue to look like the Arsenal that once was a champion side. So until next time, watch now. It's always Arsenal.